If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or any cheap PC games, use the referral link in the description. It will take you over to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods, and if you use the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well. Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again and welcome to episode number 22 of the Chelsea career mode here on FIFA 16. We start with a difficult game, travelling away from home to Anfield. There have been quite a few interesting games between Chelsea and Liverpool over the past few years, obviously with Gerrard's slip, with Luis Suarez's bite, etc. So it's quite a heated game. It always seems to be between the two. So we were hoping for perhaps a little bit more discipline on our side than has been shown in previous games, and obviously if we could come away with a victory as well, that would be absolutely fantastic. So we will try our best. You'll see our side coming up on the screen for you now. A very strong starting 11. Hazard has been in great goal scoring form recently, so we were hoping he was going to continue that here out on that left hand side. And Diego Costa popped up with a couple of extremely crucial goals in the last game of yesterday's episode against Juventus. If you missed it, then obviously check the channel page for it, or of course the link in the bottom left hand side of your screen. That was a gorgeous cross in, and if Daniel Sturridge had been able to get on the end of the initial ball, he may have scored there rather than only hitting the post from Coutinho's ball back into him. But James Milner was pushing down the right hand side again. Another deep cross, cleared away initially by Kurt Zouma, but it drops to Henderson, to Coutinho, to Sturridge again, back to Henderson, but sadly for him, his shot was very much high and wide. So into the second half we went. Liverpool, as you can tell from these highlights, dominating proceedings so far. Alberto Moreno with another delicious cross, but James Milner this time wasting the effort. Liverpool seem to be very keen on getting it out wide and whipping it into the box. You can see again, coming down the left-hand side here, Coutinho uses Alberto Moreno. This time they go central and kick it straight to Diego Costa. Unfortunately though, Martin Skrtel was straight across to quell the danger. From that corner, though, we're going to get it out wide here. You can see me drilling it out to Cesc Fabregas on the edge of the box. Goes for a snapshot. Good save by Mignolet. Willian on the rebound, but it flashes across the goal mouth, and it won't quite go in that far bottom corner. Cleared away by the defender at the far post, and nothing came of the resulting corner. So, out wide again, Liverpool, down this left-hand side. This time, Coutinho is going to decide to run inside. Completely caught me out there. I was expecting the cross to come in. So, as he darts into the box, we had to be careful not to give away a penalty, which we didn't, but unluckily for him, his shot hit the side netting. So 0-0 away from home at Anfield. A point at a difficult away, or point from a difficult away trip, which is fair enough. I'm pleased with the point at Anfield. It's definitely better than some of the results we've been getting this season. So we travel away again, this time to Norwich. You can see we are in 4th position in the table, although Tottenham do have a game in hand on us, and their goal difference is +1 superior still, I believe. So a win here would obviously go down very well, and a big win as well. We're looking to score goals now, to be completely honest, between now and the end of the season, because how tight the league is, goal difference could become very, very important. Although, having said that, we are being forced to play a very weak, well, not a very weak side, but my weaker side, as you can see, with players like Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Papi Djilabodji and Kennedy and Bertrand Traore, etc. Because this game came on the Tuesday after we played Liverpool on the Sunday, so there was no way that my first 11 from the initial game that we played was going to have the fitness to be able to play in this one. Bertrand Traore there gets through really, really well, and then just completely shanks his shot. If he was aiming for those two bottles, he'd have been absolutely spot on, perfectly on target, going to knock them both down for a strike. Unfortunately though, we weren't aiming for those two bottles. I wanted to get it in the back of the net. I was really disappointed with that, because he is left-footed as well, Bertrand Traore, so you would have expected him to do a lot better there. Oscar gets the advantage from the free kick, but Bertrand Traore is going to pick up the ball and try and work something. Gets it back to Oscar. He drills it across the face of the goal, but it goes just wide of the far post. Not able to take the lead just yet in the 15th minute. We're twice that many minutes into the game now on the half hour, and Graham Dorrans steals it off me in the midfield into Cameron Jerome, who's electric quick. Gets it into the middle to Mavuba, but it's a really tame shot from Rio. Not able to cause Begovic any sort of problems, and we maintain our 0-0 scoreline. Into the second half we go. Decent cross, come and punched clear from Begovic, but Oscar can't hold off the attentions of Yusuf Malumbu, and he gets it back into the box. And we've seen some gorgeous crosses from Liverpool in the first game. That one was just as good from Yusuf Malumbu into Matt Jarvis in the box. That was 1-0 Norwich, but we're going to try and get ourselves back in it if we can. 10 minutes to go. Pedro picks it up on the left-hand side. Got the overlap run coming from Baba. He's going to whip in an equally impressive cross, and there is an equally impressive header as well. It's Radamel Falcao, obviously on loan, runs at the camera and does the whole kiss the badge, or some sort of kiss the badge. He kind of kisses his hand and then taps the badge in some sort of weird celebration there, considering he's only on loan this year and will be going back to Monaco in a few months' time. But never mind. I'm glad that he was able to score that goal. So we get a 1-1 draw away from home against Norwich. But considering the side we were forced to play against Norwich there, I am still quite pleased with that result, despite the fact that Norwich aren't one of the better sides in the division. But there was a 2-week break between the Norwich game and the next game of the episode, thanks to an international break, although obviously the majority of our players were involved on the international break. But luckily for us, their stamina levels were returned to 100% before this Aston Villa game came around. However, I am still having to play a side similar to the one that played against Norwich. The reason being, when we played Norwich, I had no games in the Barclays Premier League after this Villa one for about a week and a half again. However, between whilst that international break was going on, the quarterfinals of the Champions League were drawn, and 3 days after this game against Aston Villa, we've got a Champions League quarterfinal against Arsenal. So again, unfortunately, having to concentrate my attentions on the Champions League, so playing a similar side to the one that played against Norwich. Although they played quite well against Norwich, we got Loic Remy back from injury though, crucially, starting up top in front of Radamel Falcao, and that pace up top could be vital in us actually getting a decent result here. As you can see, Oscar plays through Remy, he's got the legs to get away, and immediately he scores on his return to the first team, 6 minutes in. Remy has popped up with some very important goals this season. I know I keep saying I'm thinking of selling him on next year, and he keeps trying to force his way into the first team to try and, force my hand to keep him at the club. They come close to an equaliser there, thanks to the flicked-on header from the free kick, but Pedro's going to pick the ball off the Aston Villa man on the far side. Then go on a really nice run. You see him just changing direction this way, then that. Defender can't cope with it, but Brad Guzan makes a very good save. 12 minutes from the kickoff to ensure that we only stay at 1-0 for now. But as you can see, we are continuing to be on top, and Pedro was just tearing their left-hand side of their defence apart. Unfortunately here, Loic Remy was offside, despite a good shot coming back off the post. So continuing our dominance in the opening 20 minutes, we could be 3-0 up by now. But just a couple of minutes later, Aston Villa actually sparked into life offensively, coming down that side of the pitch again, this time going the other way obviously, but Carlos Sanchez can't find the target, at least with his shot, kind of slashed at it and swayed it across goal into the stands rather than the top corner, and then, well, it was back up the other end of the pitch again. Oscar into Ramirez. Ramirez bursting around the outside the man, drilling it towards the bottom corner, but it trickles past that post. How many shots have we seen like that in today's episode? Going across goal, and the ball just trickling a handful of inches wide rather than finding the bottom corner. Shmolnikov has been a very solid player for us at right back this year. Very pleased with that purchase. Loic Remy played in behind though, but he can't get away from the defender. Bit of a shirt tug going on there. If he'd have gone down, probably would have gotten a free kick / penalty or a red card for the defender. He's in behind again though. Loic Remy, surely he's going to bury this one. Nope, not a chance. That finish was very reminiscent of the one that Bertrand Traoré did in the other game. You see him smashing it. There's nowhere near, not even any bottles to aim at this time. Just drilled it very much wide of the target. Really disappointed with that finish from Loic Remy, considering his first effort was brilliant and on target and into the back of the net. Kennedy through behind this time, 1-on-1, and again Brad Guzan makes a brilliant save down low to his left hand side to keep the scoreline at 1-0. But we did get the victory, so that is the most important thing. Undefeated in the league for a while now, I think. Not since that Manchester United game have we tasted defeat in the Barclays Premier League. We obviously lost to Man City in the FA Cup, but as you can see, we have games against Arsenal in the Champions League coming up, as well as games against Tottenham and Manchester City in the Barclays Premier League, and that is massive, absolutely huge, considering the state of the Barclays Premier League table, which you can see right now. We have a game in, well, not a game in hand. Tottenham have a game in hand on us, but we have extended the gap to 4 points, so we can stay ahead of them despite the fact that they might win that 31st game. We also have to play Tottenham, who will be 1 point behind us at best. We also have to play Manchester City, who are only 2 points ahead of us, so we can go above them. Man United are currently 3 points ahead of us and a point ahead of City and Arsenal. With a game in hand on the three of us, it still could go absolutely any way for the title. It's going to go right down to the wire between all four of us. It's really, really exciting the way this title challenge is building up now. But that's going to bring today's episode to a close, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check the channel page for anything you may have missed. Obviously, check the description as well for my upload schedule. I've seen a few people asking when the next episode of any certain series is coming out, and obviously there is a schedule in the description of every single video and on the About tab of the channel page. So if you want to know when videos are going up, refer to that schedule and you'll be able to tell exactly when to expect videos in your sub box. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Follow me on all the social media links, are in the description down below, and I'll see you next time.